today I'm taking a look at the warehouse, one of my first build at the late game in this game. So definitely looking kind of basic already. I can say this is the second part of the build for Coke. And the first part was the one which I already made a video about, and we did a pretty cool makeover. I'm happy with the result. Here we are only mixing and cooking and baking the base for Coke. And yeah, now in the recent update they fixed the cauldrons apparently. They fixed also the drying racks, so I think this build got buffed and it will be even stronger. We produce extremely good product, very expensive, the highest as it can be for 999. What about the setup? I mean, it's all good, kind of. I think the ratio is pretty good. 8 ovens and 8 cauldrons running. It's fine. I don't like this setup here. They are kind of like, there's no space for employees to walk in between, so they always have to go around. Yeah, the racks, I mean, they are okay. We have a lot of space for our stock if needed. I like that because then you don't have to refill it constantly. You can do some of your things and you can come back and just refill this fast. We have some stock for leaves, but it looks very basic. Again, back then there was no boutique, so I couldn't decorate and so on. Most of the beds are outside, few inside, alright. That looks fine, but we will for sure improve this one. I have a small packing station here, I see, and this is the product with 8 mixes. I have some like random storage here as well. We could sell this on at the pawn shop. Few jars and some other product, I think, when I was making some samples. So I've noticed this was also before the update where they had 4 slots. Only had 3 back then, because now we can assign 4 stations, which either we can add more cauldrons or we can just reduce number of chemists and add some handlers. So there are definitely some options to improve this place. I love it. So yeah, I will go to work, try to fix this build, try to fix this place and make it look cool. So for you guys it will be probably just a few seconds, but see you in the moment. Guys, here we are. I wanted to keep the warehouse in this kind of storage look. That's why I put those big shelves in the middle, just so it reminds me of the warehouse. I wanted it to have a different vibe than the barn, so I think this achieves this effect. And it is also practical because it helps unloading the vans much faster, because I can just come here and refill the main racks. Super quick and very fun. Put some art onto it, like those tables gives like this also vibe of this Coke factory. By the way, this is the recipe if you want to see for 8 mixes. But pretty cool. It gives like more metallic effect, and in the barn it is like more warm, you know, with the wood and the lightning. I put here the shelves with some stock. The goal is to fill them all with the product if I will have some spare, but for now it is what it is. I had only this, but I think it also gives you this cool effect. And of course purple lightning and white bricks looks pretty sick. I wanted at the beginning to, whoa, something is bugging me off, but at the beginning I wanted to do something in the office. However, yeah, I had to use it for the bed. I could place them somewhere on the ground in the behind somewhere, but it's just not practical, so I had to leave the office like it is. Here I put some beds, and they are like behind this rack with some random boxes, so that's cool. Here I can just go to sleep if I want. But let's see the other area. So this is like the main mixing zones. I placed them like this, so it kind of looks like they have like their own stations, you know. And again, if you watch my previous videos, then you know they have no problems with walking here around. I cannot really pass here, but it doesn't matter. We don't have to walk here at all. The handlers and the chemists, they are doing all the job. So on the other side, we have all the ovens. I also put those purple lights here. I think it looks pretty good. Just to like make it a little bit different than the shelves, right? Here I made this path as well, like this. So the warehouse racks and the working station. At the back we have all the cauldrons. So what is super cool now, in the recent update, they fixed the bug with the cauldrons, so like you see they're all working, and this makes this build so much more stronger. And by the way, this gasoline at the back, this is like also only for visuals. We don't need that many, of course. We refill them not very often, to be honest. One stack lasts for like 20 cycles, so that's extremely long. Okay, and here's the part where I put some plants, and that's, again, this is only for visuals. I'm not using them. Employees don't touch them at all. I just wanted to put something here that gives more like this vibe for this Coke factory, right? Some small storage rack with some like seats and so on. Beds are behind those shelves as well, and I have access here to just like place the money for employees, right, if needed. And those racks also like help to like walk you around if you need, so you know, like so that's pretty cool overall. And of course you have a brick press here and some products pumping out. But that's it overall. Maybe you like it, and you can be again inspired for your own build. This is more basic, I think, but I like the vibe of the warehouse, and I like that it's different than in the barn. Everything is working. The build with the buffs again from the recent patch feels very good. And in the next update, I know that developers, they want to add employees that can drive around the buildings, so they can deliver from barn here. And I think this will be then one of the strongest build in the game overall. Let me know what you think, if you like the look, and how your warehouse is looking and what kind of build you are using. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.